Henry stood before his girlfriend Fumi, his eyes swollen from the weight of betrayal. The air was thick with tension. 6 months prior, he had emerged from the rehab center, determined to rebuild his life for her. Desperate to prove himself, he'd sacrificed everything to quit the drugs that had nearly consumed him, responding to Fumi's ultimatum: clean up or lose her forever. But the news crushed him like a tidal wave. She was engaged to another man. "Why, Fumi?" he demanded, his voice cracking. "You knew I did this for you." Her reply sliced deeper. "Move on, Henry. I won't waste my life on a recovering addict. Change for yourself, not a woman." Henry was in his 3rd year at the university, with 2 years left to graduate. His parents had died in a fatal accident while returning from church when he was a year old, and he was the only survivor. Grandma Kate had cared for him ever since, loving him fiercely after losing her only son and daughter-in-law. He was a good church boy, singing in the choir until his 1st year at university, when everything changed. Classmates, impressed by his brilliance, introduced him to drugs to help him stay sharp and less bored, just as they claimed. Henry started using drugs more than those who had introduced him to it. He met Fumi, a 24-year-old black beauty in a class above his, fell in love and started dating her. But his addiction consumed him. He spent his grandma's money on drugs, stopped visiting her, and only called when he needed money. Fumi was tired of Henry's addiction, feeling he prioritized drugs and her over everything. She confronted him, threatening to leave. Desperate not to lose her, he entered rehab. During his 6-month stay, Fumi met David, a stable childhood friend with a good job. Tempted by security and parental pressure to marry, she chose to move on. She stopped calling and stopped sending letters. Henry felt something was wrong but kept focusing on getting clean because of Fumi. He finally came out and could not stand what Fumi had done. Her words shattered him. He relapsed into the familiar numbness of addiction, dropped out of school. His landlord could not tolerate his substance use disorder. He feared that Henry would influence his children. He gave Henry a quit notice. Henry's world collapsed. The thought of living without Fumi made him useless, hopeless. That's when his 60-year-old grandma arrived like a storm. Restless nights had driven her to search for her lost grandson. At his school, they said he'd vanished. At his flat, the landlord kicked him out. No addicts allowed. She found him on the street, bags packed, clothes soiled, eyes hollow. "Henry, my boy, it's time to come home," she whispered. She drove him home. It was a silent, long drive. When they finally arrived, she fed him and prayed with him, but midnight cravings struck. Shivering, he faced the darkness. His grandma entered, wrapping him in warmth. "Do you want out?" I don't think I can," he whispered. "You can," she said firmly. "Even if you fall, rise again. You're here for a purpose. God cares about your mental health. I do too." He wept. She hugged him tight. "Win this through Christ. I'm with you." That was the shift. Not for Fumi, for himself. With her support, a loving community, and faith, Henry rebuilt step by step. He faced his fears, fought to overcome addiction, and rose with every fall until he was able to stand tall. 2 years clean, he returned to school. His grandma beamed. "God used me to save you." Today, Henry thrives as a mentor to addicts, a testament to redemption. The man Fumi left behind no longer exists.